Good afternoon, Spuds Country. We are coming to you again from the Moorhead Sports Center, Moorhead, Minnesota. This is matchup number 2 for your Moorhead Spuds and the Brainerd Little Fall Flying Warriors. Earlier game today, the Spuds fell by a final of 7-2. After a strong, victorious day yesterday in taking down Alexandria twice. Pucks have been picked up. Warm-ups are done. No, we do not have anybody mic'd up. That's just an extremely strong arena audio pickup mic. To start this game, it'll be Paulson and net, number 18 Ekron and number 5 Lovejoy on the blue line. Strand and Hawken left and right, and Shirley to center it up. Puck will immediately be sent down into the Moorhead end. Ekron will go grab it behind her own net. On the near side wall, Strand. It'll be turned back the other direction by Engelstead and then sent out to center by the Spuds. Shirley down and in, shot. Save made by Ginter. Face-off will go to the far side of the Brainerd zone. Shirley's going to win the draw. She'll kick it up to Ekron at the point. Ekron with a shot that's going to go into the corner. Lovejoy will collect it along the near side wall to Strand. Knocked away by Engelstad. It comes down into the corner and back behind the net where it'll be gathered up by Stymack. Strand and Pribb now in the corner along the near side wall. Puck will come free and be sent out to center. Ekron will go get it just inside of her own zone. Off the wall and out. It'll be kicked right back in. Held up along the near side wall. Shot from Haxel. The rebound will be picked up by LeBlanc and banged home. And that will put Brainerd on the board first, 1-0. Face-off at center between Everett and Glass will be won by Everett, controlled by Brainerd, dumped into the Moorhead zone by Wyckoff. And along the near side board, it'll be Little to Everett. Everett is going to carry it out to center. She throws it off the wall. It's going to end up in the Moorhead or in the Brainerd zone and be taken back out by Haxel. She drives, she shoots. Paulson will knock it down. It'll get steered over onto the far side wall. Swenson will get it back behind the net. She's going to sling it out to center. It's going to go all the way down to the other end and be called back on icing at 5:13 or 5:12 to go in the first. Face off far side of the Moorhead zone will be Anderson and Shirley. Shirley gets tripped on the face-off. Puck comes up to Stymack at the point, gets sent out to center. Onto the far side wall from Pribb now. Spuds will get a shot away, and it'll get covered up by Gentry. Spuds are wearing their orange home sweaters with the black and white trim and skating right to left. Brainerd is wearing their black travel sweaters with the blue and purple. Face-off is going to be the far side of the Brainerd zone. But he steered down into the corner and end up back behind the Brainerd net. And set up along the near side wall. Lovejoy will be there to turn it back the other direction. Shirley picks it up. Sends it in the corner. Strand goes after it. Will get sent back up along the near side wall. Shirley carries it in, takes the shot, goes high and over the corner. Carter will collect it on the far side. Into Strand, top of the slot. Shot, glove save. Jinter. 14-25, 1-0 Brainerd lead. Faceoff goes to the far side of the Brainerd end. One by Everett, kicked into the corner. Will be held up alongside, sent around back behind the net, and ends up on the net. And before they have a chance to try knocking it off, the neck had come loose. Face-off will go again, be far side of the Brainerd end. Everett and Anderson, I believe. It'll be Everett who wins the draw. She gets chipped up and is going to get sent back to the back wall. And carried along the near side by Halverson. Shot taken from the point will get covered up by Jinter. Face-off will get kicked down behind the net again, where it'll be taken by Haxtell. Haxtell's able to clear it out to center. Eckert is going to go get it. Just inside her own zone. She tries to backhand it out. It'll be held in by Glass. Sent up and out. Halverson will be there to hold it. Eckert gets the stick on it. She's going to send it the length of the ice. It's going to run, and this one's going to get called back on icing. Swenson and Haxtell both gave chase. They just couldn't quite get to it before it got to the goal line. So face-off comes back to the far side, blocker side of Paulson. Be Shirley and Anderson, I believe. Anderson off the face-off to Prib now with the shot. Goes just wide of the net. Spuds will have it down in the corner. Along the near side wall to Strand. Strand tries to get it across to Shirley. Prib now blocks his pass. It'll end up back behind the net with Shirley. Shirley up to Little. Little tries for the slap shot. It slides out to center. She'll go after it. Little ahead to Shirley. Shirley in on the far side. Shot. Kick save. Covered up by Jinter. Face-off will go to the far side of the zone. Shirley up to Retzer off the face-off. Retzer tries for the shot that'll get knocked down in traffic. Washmuth will take it out through center and have it stripped away by Little just inside the Moorhead zone. Sent ahead off the wall. Little, Swenson, Shirley, Strand, 4-on-2. Little gets steered into the corner by Halverson. Shirley tries for the shot, can't get it away. Washmuth will have it out at center and dump it into the Moorhead zone. Down into the corner, Swenson tries to get in front of it. Washmuth tries to center it up, it goes all the way out to center. Handled by Wyckoff, far side. Cleared out by Swenson, that one's going the length of the ice. Spuds will change it up, it'll get called back on icing. Face-off will be the far side of the Moorhead zone. between Anderson and Everett, 13 and 13. Everett is going to win the draw. Puck will be controlled momentarily by Brainerd. Poke checked away by Lovejoy up to Everett, who's going to drive it down into the Brainerd zone. Top of the slot, gets a shot away. Kick save made. Rebound shot kicked away. It'll still be loose in the slot and finally be sent back behind the net by Stymack. Cross ice. Out to center. It'll be sent ahead to Anderson, who will carry it into the Moorhead zone on the far side. Everett is going to steer her all the way along to the back wall. Carter along the near side. She takes it out, carries it down into the other end. Has it poked away by Pribb now, just inside the Brainerd end. And Engelstad will pick it up. Out to center, knocked away from Glass by Retzer. Spuds take it back down into the Brainerd end. Shirley. Centering pass, nobody home. Puck ends up on the far side wall with Retzer. Retzer shot. Big kick save by Ginter. And it'll be cleared over to the near side and sent out to center. Dumped into the Moorhead zone by Glass. Little comes away with it. Tries to send it ahead. But Washmuth will be in the way. Side angle shot will be kicked away by Paulson. Puck will end up on the far side wall. Steered down into the corner. It'll be Halverson back behind the net. Centering pass. Picked up by Pribb now. Shot and a goal. So with 10:23 to go in the first, Warriors are up by 2. Face off at center will be Everett and Glass. Dumped right away into the Moorhead zone and cleared back out by Akron ahead to Swenson. Swenson has it stripped by Haxtell. It'll end up with Lee, who tries to center it up. Can't quite get it across. Turned out to center, Lovejoy. Backhand will be intercepted by Glass. Glass takes a shot that'll go off the back wall. Lovejoy. Up to Wyckoff, who puts it away. So I suppose that one would be credited to Lovejoy for the assist. 3-0 Warriors. .950 first period. Face off back out at center will be Anderson and Shirley. What? Shirley's going to win the draw. Hawk will end up with it on the face-off. Takes it into the Brainerd zone. Takes the shot. Kick save made by Ginter. Puck will end up in the far side corner. Carried around back behind the net. They look to clear. It'll be held in by Little. Down into the corner. It'll be Engelstad back behind the net. Shirley. Up to Dobosinski. Down into the Moorhead zone. Retz will take it. Back behind the net. She sends it up off the wall. It's going to make it all the way out to center. Brainerd will reset. Dobosinski drops it off to Anderson. Anderson centers it up. It's going to be picked off by Shirley and taken the other direction. Shirley over to Hockett. Hockett's shot goes just wide and into the near side corner. Carter will go after it. Spuds look to change. It'll be sent out to the center by Washmuth and intercepted by Little just inside her own zone. Hockett, far side, tries to send it across to Everett. It'll be picked up by Glass and sent back the other direction and into the Moorhead end. Akron in the corner. sends it ahead. This one's going to go all the way down to the other end and get called back on icing. 8-18, Spuds trailed by 3. Face-off will be to the blocker side, far side of the Moorhead zone between Glass and Everett. Spuds are going to control the draw. It'll get sent over to the far side wall by Lee and held in by Stymack. Strand will have it along the near side board. She's going to have it picked out of her pocket by Glass. Shot from Engelstad is going to get covered up by Paulson. Face-off will come to the near side of the Moorhead zone. Down into the corner, Lovejoy will have it. She'll skate it around back behind the net, put the brakes on and send it over onto the near side wall where Swenson will go after it. It'll get picked up by Anderson and sent back into the corner. Lovejoy off the wall behind the net to Hockett. Hockett tries to send it ahead. It'll be picked up by Anderson. Centering pass is turned away. Side angle shot is going to get kicked away by Paulson. Hockett is able to send it ahead to Shirley. Shirley and Swenson go the other direction. It's going to be knocked away from Shirley. And Engelstad will have it down in the corner. Cleared out by Swenson. Dumped right back in by Dobosensky. It'll be Retzer ahead to Hockett. Cross to Swenson on the near side wall. She tries to send it in. It'll be blocked away. Little will have it at the point. She gets the shot off. It'll go wide and into the wide behind the net. Retzer sends it across. Swenson poke checks it away from Haxel. Haxel's able to get it back and carry it into the Moorhead end. Flip back out to neutral by Shirley. Glass will have it inside her own end. Set ahead. Little will have it inside of her own zone. She backhands it out to center. Carter steps up to take it. Everett goes after it. Haxel ends up with it again. She sends it back up ice to Washmuth, who carries it in the Moorhead zone, backhands it to Glass. Glass looks to center it up. It'll be knocked away to Engelstad at the point, who takes a slap shot. Paulson will kick it away. Turned out to center by Carter, ahead to Everett. Held in the zone by Everett, back right to Everett. Puck will end up back behind the net. And Cribb now looks to clear. Puck will float down into the Moorhead zone. Sent right back out by Lovejoy. And Everett is going to take it just on the other side of the red line and dump it into the Brainerd zone. Lovejoy, near side to Strand, to Hockett. Puck comes free. Shirley, shot. Knocked away in traffic. And this one's going to get sent all the way to the other direction into the Moorhead end and get called back on icing. 5:09 first period, 3-0 Brainerd lead. Shirley and Anderson far side to face off. Sent back behind the net. It'll be gathered up there by Haxtell. Turned out to center by Pribnow. Little ahead to Shirley. To Hockett in the zone. Puck will come free right on to Gentry, and she'll get it covered up. Face off far side of the Brainerd end will be won by Shirley. Controlled by the Spuds. Retzer sends it in a little deeper. It'll be turned back the other direction. And dumped into the Moorhead zone by Washmuth. And that one will get called back on icing. Face off near side of the Warrior end. Shirley and Glass. Won by Shirley, sent up to Retzer at the point. Retzer kicks it back down in behind the net. Shirley will go after it, looks to center it up. It'll get intercepted in traffic. Strand will come away with it. Send it out to Little at neutral. Spuds will have to reset. Little will send it in on the far side. Hockett tries to drive it down into the slot, but it gets turned out and sent down into the Moorhead end. Little. Up to Strand to Shirley. Shirley and Glass pinned against the corner, or get pinned against the wall. Puck comes free and is sent into the Moorhead end. Taken by Wyckoff, far side with Retzer in her pocket. She centers it up. It'll be turned away by the Spuds onto the far side wall. Retzer comes away with it. Ahead to Hockett, a little bit too far, but it's going to go straight in on Ginter, who will cover it up. We'll be down to 3:47 remaining here in the first. Face off on the far side of the Brainerd end. It's going to be Lee up to Ekron. Ekron shot goes just wide of the net. Will come around back and onto the near side wall where Carter will have it. Lovejoy, Hackstall, Carter. Puck will be sent down back into the zone. Wrap around Hockett. Looks for the shot. Not there. It's going to come over to the far side wall and be kicked out to center ice. Lovejoy, Anderson. Carter, Lee, sent down into the Moorhead zone by Haxel. Cut off by Ekron along the far side wall. Sent back behind the net. Centering pass, intercepted by Carter. Everett steps up to help. Puck will get sent off the side of the net. Ekron's going to come away with it back behind. Ahead to Lee. Poked away by Anderson. Will end up back behind the net. Centering pass, nobody home. Up to Haxel. Shot, goal. .239. Brainerd is up 4-3. Face off at center between Glass and Shirley. It's going to get held up under the rep. Pulled out, taken down into the Moorhead zone. It'll be Washmuth. She'll lose the handle on it to Little. Little and Strand are able to clear it out to center. Along the near side wall, it'll be Ingolstad. Cross and dumped into the Moorhead zone. Swenson's going to have it up off the wall and back out to neutral. Just inside the Brainerd zone, ahead to Ingolstad. Picked off by Shirley and dumped back into the Brainerd end. Along the far side wall, they look to clear. Moorhead will have to reset. They're going to go 3-on-2 the other direction. Shirley shot blocked away by Ginter. It'll end up on the near side wall. Strand has it stolen away. It ends up out at center with Little. Little sends it across to Swenson. It'll be cleared right back out by Stymack. Retzer pushes his zone. It'll be sent right back out. Shirley just inside her own zone. Backhand to Retzer and Swenson. It'll be knocked away. Swenson's going to peel it away. Swenson and Hackstall down into the Brainerd zone, into the near side corner. It'll be sent around back behind the net where Halverson will take control. Turn back the other direction, out through center and down into the Moorhead zone. It'll be Prib now. Puck ends up back behind the net and gets ping-ponged back the other direction. Hockett tries to clear. Anderson does it for us. Set ahead, dumped into the Moorhead zone by Prib now. Akron back behind her own net. Flips it out to center. Hockett will come in for it on the near side, chase it into the corner with Haxtell. Haxtell and Hockett. 22 seconds left in the first. It's a tongue twister. Strand from the point tries to center it up. It's going to end up get turned right back over to the near side wall and sent out to center. Little, Retzer. It'll be thrown into the Brainerd end with 5.4 seconds. Moorhead will be offside. Faceoff comes back out to the center faceoff circle between Glass and Shirley. Shirley's going to win the draw. It'll get thrown back into the Moorhead end, controlled by Retzer. He'll pick it out to center. And that will do it for the first. Your Moorhead Spuds are currently trailing 4-0. We'll be back here in just a little bit. So after what seemed like a long and excruciating intermission, because it was, I have a reason for you. In between this game and our previous game, they had sled hockey going on. And the little ice picks on the end of their sticks chew up the ice pretty decently. So they spent 18 minutes prior to our game trying to get the ice straightened out. The ref wasn't happy with it, so he told the ZAM driver to go real slow to try and patch it up some more. And I think he did an all right job because it looks pretty good this time. So with 17 minutes in the books, we're going to have 2 periods of hockey to go. Spuds are currently trailing 4-0. Hopefully the coaching staff was able to rally and find some life in these girls. So to start the second, it'll be Retzer and Little on the blue line. Strand and Hockett left and right, and Shirley centering it up. It's going to get sent out into the Moorhead end. Little and Shirley try to clear. It'll be held in on the far side. Out to center. Kicked right back into the Moorhead zone, and Brainerd will be offside. Face-off will be far side on the Moorhead end of the neutral zone. Everett and Glass will end up slipping past Steinmack, and Everett will go get it on the near side and carried into the corner. She tries to center it up. It's going to be knocked away by Glass. Brainerd's going to go back the other way. Out to center. Washmuth can't hold on to it. It'll be dropped back to Wyckoff. Retz will steal it away behind the net. Wyckoff centers it up. It'll go through the crease and all the way onto the far side wall with Glass, who sends it out to center. And Brainerd will have to reset. Down into their own zone. It'll be Lee. She's able to dump it into the corner. Spuds will go for the change. Engelstead will have it back behind her own net. Looks for the outlet pass. It'll end up with Lovejoy on the point. Lovejoy tries to center it up, and it's going to get intercepted by Glass and turned out to center. It'll be Wyckoff, near side, sent across over to Glass. Lovejoy will have it, send it around behind the net. Hockett to Lovejoy. Ahead to Swenson, it slides out to center. It'll be picked up there by Haxel. Stolen away by Ekron. Flipped up and off the glass and out to neutral by Shirley. Taken there by Anderson and sent back into the Moorhead end. Down into the far side corner, it'll be Hockett. She'll have LeBlanc in her pocket. Puck will come free right behind the net. Ekron will send it out to Shirley at center. Shirley drops it back to Swenson. Swenson hands it off to the Hockett. Hockett leaves it off for Swenson. Swenson shot, blocked by Haxel. Turned over onto the near side boards. And down into the corner. It'll be sent back up the near side wall, stripped by Swenson. It'll find its way out to center. Swenson is going to flip it back down in. Hockett will still be in the zone. Spuds will be offside. 14-19 second period. Face-off will be near side Brainerd end, just outside of their zone between Glass and Everett. So we drop back to Lee, to Retzer, back up to Lee. Lee has it knocked away by Steinbach. It'll end up in the corner. Sent out to center by Glass. It'll be gathered up by Little and dumped into the Brainerd zone. Down into the corner, it'll be Steinbach back behind her own net. Everett comes streaking in, breaks up the pass. Lee will have it down in the far side corner and have it taken away by Glass. Glass gives chase down into the Moorhead zone, tries to center it up. Little turns it away. Everett will have it, send it out to center. To Strand. Into the Brainerd end. Strand shot, glove save made, and it'll be turned over to the far side wall by Steinbach. Glass going the other direction. Down into the Moorhead zone, glove save made. Rebound Glass, covered up by Paulson. (13-18), face-off will go to the near side of the Moorhead end. Between Anderson and Shirley. Shirley's going to win the draw and send it over to Eckern in the corner. Eckern will carry it around behind the net, send it ahead to Strand. Strand out to Shirley at neutral. Strand takes it down into the Brainerd zone. Backhand shot goes just wide of the net and behind. It'll be picked up and sent out to Domosensky out at center. Eckern comes away with it, takes it down in, has it stripped by Halverson. Halverson ahead to Pribnow out to center. Puck is going to go all the way down into the Moorhead end. And we have a delayed penalty. Nope, that was an icing call. They waved off because Hockett got to it too fast. Hockett takes it down into the Brainerd end, has it knocked away top of the slot, and will end up on the near side wall. Glass clears it out to center. We Lovejoy with it. Lovejoy sends it back into the Brainerd zone. Engelstead will pick it up. Engelstead ahead to Glass. Glass along the far side wall, centers it up to Wyckoff, drops it off to Washmuth, who can't get a handle on it. It'll be taken out through center and dumped into the Brainerd zone by Everett. Everett and Washmuth back behind the net. Sent along the near side, picked up by Retzer, who tries to center it up. It'll be knocked down in traffic. Hockett goes for the shot that goes wide and into the far side corner. Swenson, Everett, kicked back behind the net by Engelstad. Centering pass from Swenson is going to get turned away and out to center. Retzer, along the near side wall, hands it off to Hockett. Hockett tries to send it across to Swenson. Glass will step in the way. We sent down into the Moorhead zone, and Little will have it there. Shirley Swenson, 2-on-4. Shot in the goal. Shirley brings it in and bangs it off the top corner and in. And puts the Spuds on the board.
Keep it up, girls.
Oop, that 12. So the Spuds are starting to find a little life. Faceoff comes out to center between Anderson and Shirley. Handled by Shirley. Poke checked away by Haxel. So it gets sent all the way down in behind the Brainerd net. Stolen away by Hockett. Centering pass. Carter has it knocked away. It'll end up on the far side wall and come up to Little. Little down to Shirley. Shirley will send it across into the near side corner. Along the near side wall, it gets sent all the way across to the far side. Carter tries to hold it in, can't quite do it. It's going to be held up along right in the corner and dumped back in by Carter. Carter, Hackstall, all the way across. That one's going to get called back on icing. She was trying to send it ahead to Halverson, but they had way too much heat on it. Back into the Brainerd end. On the far side, it'll be Everett and Glass to square up. Brainerd looks to clear. It'll be held in by Lovejoy on the far side. Everett, Lovejoy, shot, blocked down in traffic. Lee will have it near side wall. She'll send it around behind the wall, or behind the net where it'll be picked up by Glass. Strand has it knocked away, kicked out to center. Everett is going to bring it back in. Top of the slot, shot goes just wide. Everett is down. She just ran into the wall pretty hard. Puck is going to get carried out and down into the Moorhead zone. And we'll take an official's timeout. So Everett was able to get up and skate off under her own power with the help of Coach Paulson. Face-off comes to the near side of the Brainerd end between Shirley and Anderson. It'll be won by Shirley, stalled out in the face-off circle and kicked over to the near side wall. Pocket along the boards. Has it poke checked away by Halverson. Then he'll end up down in the corner. Cleared out to center. It'll be Little just inside of her own zone on the near side. Sends it ahead. That one's going to get called back on icing. (9:13), 4-1 Brainerd lead. Faceoff will end up back down in the Moorhead zone on the near side. Swenson and Glass to square up. Swenson's going to win the draw. It'll get sent back behind the Moorhead net. Flip back forward. Swenson will send it ahead to Lee. Lee takes it in, top of the slot, has it poke checked away and sent back out to center. Lovejoy down in her own zone, sends it around the back behind the wall, or behind the net and on the far side wall. Will get turned right back the other direction and into the near side corner. Ekron goes after it. Ekron off the ref. It'll be stopped there. Brainerd tries to center it up. It's going to get turned forward to Swenson. Swenson gives chase with Haxtell. Hard and fast down into the Brainerd zone. Tries for the hard side angle shot. It'll end up on the side of the net. Puck will get kicked back around behind. Halverson along the near side wall. Sends it ahead to Wickoff. Centering pass from Glass, turned away by Lovejoy. Swenson will take it the other direction. Swenson. 1-on-2, wraps it around, takes it in. Save made by Ginter. Nobody was with her to pick up the rebound. And Ginter was able to slide over and get it covered up before Swenson could come back for it. Faceoff is going to be won by the Spuds. Shot from Rutzer, knocked down by Ginter, cleared out by Engelstad up to Little on the far side. She'll send it back around, back down and in. Shirley tries to center it up. It'll get turned down behind the net. Retzer sends it into the corner. Shirley looks to center it up. It'll go off the back of the net. Her centering pass is going to go all the way down into her own zone. Little will have to pick it up there, up and off the wall. Held in by Pripp now. Shirley's going to come away with it. Down into the Brainerd zone, over to Hockett. Hockett shot, glove save made by Ginter. Face-off Swenson and Glass near side of the Brainerd zone. It'll get turned over onto the near side wall up to Swenson. Swenson shot. Blocked away by Haxtell. Will end up on the far side wall. Centering pass turned away by Washmuth. She'll carry it down into the Moorhead zone and get steered into the corner. She tries to center it up. That one's going to get knocked away by Ekron. Pinched up along the near side wall. Puck comes free to Wickoff. She'll send it around behind the net and onto the far side wall where Carter tries to clear it. Flip the other direction from the point down into the corner. Halverson and Ekron. And now Lee. Glass with the shot. Kick save made by Paulson. Lee will come away with it. She's able to send it out to Swenson at center. He carries it down and in. Hard and fast. Swenson will have it poked away by Halverson. Puck ends up in the near side corner with Swenson. Swenson, Hockett, Wickoff. Cleared out to center. Little is going to go chase it inside of her own zone. Dumped into the Moorhead zone by Haxtell. Taken back out to center by Hockett. Dumped into the far side corner. Hockett and Engelstad give chase. It'll be kicked out to center, quite literally. Strand has it stolen away. Taken into the zone, cleared right back out to Strand. Strand ahead to Shirley. Shirley has it picked off by Engelstad. It'll get sent down into the Moorhead zone and called back on icing. Faceoff will be the far side of the Brainerd end between Shirley and Anderson. Won by Anderson and controlled by Brainerd. Out through center, Lovejoy with the trip. And Brainerd will be headed to the power play. So with 4:47 to go in the second, Lovejoy will give. Wait a minute. Okay, that wasn't a penalty. That was a must have been an icing call, even though it totally looked playable. Pribb now, shot, kick save made by Paulson. Puck ends up in the far side corner. Will be cleared out to center. Gathered up there by Stymack. Stolen away by Shirley and Strand. Handled by Anderson down into the Moorhead zone. Goes around back behind the net. Centering pass is going to be intercepted by Shirley. Shirley, Strand, Hockett going the other direction. Shirley shot right into the chest protector of the Brainerd goal miner. And that'll put us at the exactly 4-minute mark of the second period. Faceoff comes to the near side. Swenson sends it back into the corner. Up to Swenson, takes a shot off the side of the cage. He'll end up back behind the net with Wyckoff. Up to Retzer, shot. Chicked away by Ginter. It'll end up in the far side corner. Carter tries to center. It'll be turned out to center by Washmuth and sent all the way down into the Moorhead end and called back on icing. Face-off far side between Sanson and Glass is going to be controlled by Swenson. Stolen away by Brainerd and turned the other direction. Glass to Washman. Little knock it away. Cleared back out to center and flipped up into the Brainerd bench. It was flipped up into the Brainerd bench and rolled all the way over onto the Spud bench. Face-off near side, just outside the Moorhead zone, will be Glass and Hockett, or Shirley, excuse me. Dropped down to Ekron, turned out to Hockett, back down to Ekron inside her own zone. She sends it out. That one's going to be playable by Haxel. To Wyckoff, to Glass, out to center, poked away by Little, fought for by Washmuth. Ekron's going to come away with it. Ekron, far side, down into the Brainerd end, all the way into the corner. She'll fight for it with Haxel. Centering pass, shot picked up by Shirley, will get gobbled up by Ginter. We'll have 2.5 minutes to go in the second here. Face-off is going to be near side of the Warrior zone. Shirley up to Retzer. Retzer sends it down into the bottom of the slot. Shirley goes after it, takes the shot on Ginter, and it'll get covered up. So face-off will go to the far side of the Brainerd end. Shirley and Glass. Shirley will win the draw. They'll end up with Engelstad on the far side. He'll carry it behind her own net. Looks to send ahead. Turned out to center. Flipped right back down and in by Retzer. Held up along the near side wall will be LeBlanc. She tries to clear. It'll go off of Retzer. Retzer sends it across the other side. It'll be cleared out by Engelstad. Engelstad tries to clear it again. Shirley's going to drop off, pick it up, hand it off to Hockett, who takes the shot. Puck is loose in front of the net. Little with the slap. Shirley tried for the redirect, but she went just wide of the net. Will end up along the near side wall with Hockett. Hockett looks to center it up. It'll be intercepted by Engelstead and center on back behind the net. Far side out to center. Taken into the Moorhead zone by Anderson and stripped away by Retzer. Retzer sends it ahead. Spuds go for the change. It'll be called back on icing. A minute 10 remains in the second. Swenson and Glass square up near side of the Moorhead end. Swenson wins the draw over to Lee. Lee has it poked away by Washmuth. Swenson comes away with it. She has it knocked away by Glass. It'll end up with Lee, who puts a shot on from beyond the red line. And that one will get covered up by Genter. Faceoff will be near side, Glass and Swenson. Swenson's going to win the draw. He'll kick it over to the near side wall. Lee will have it. She looks to center it up. It's going to get intercepted by Washmuth. Swenson steps up and knocks it away. Back into the Brainerd zone. It'll be Halverson. Halverson along the far side wall. Carries it in. Tries to send it across to Wyckoff, but has it knocked away by Ekron. Washmuth from the far side takes a shot, goes wide of the net, and onto the near side wall. Centering pass, nobody home, picked up by Swenson. Swenson's going the other direction. Handled by Paxel. Stolen away by Swenson. And that will wrap up the second. And the Zamdor is not open this time, so we shouldn't be taking another 20-minute break, but we will take a short one, so we'll be back here in a minute. Spuds currently trail 4-0 after 2. We'll see you in just a sec, or 4-1. We'll be back in just a minute. So see, like I said, this one won't be near as long as the last one. 34 minutes in the book, 17 to go. Spuds currently trail 4-1. Retzer and Little on the blue line. Strand and Hockett left and right, Shirley centering it up. Handled by Strands, chipped away to Washmuth, back into the Moorhead zone, knocked away by Little. Glass will have it center ice. To Stymack. Dumps it in the Moorhead zone. Retzer kicks it back out. Wickoff tries to send it in. It'll be turned back out by Retzer. It'll come in the far side by with Washmuth. She'll send it around behind the Moorhead net. Shirley, center ice. Puts the brakes on. Tries to center it up. It'll end up with Strand, top of the slot. She'll have it knocked away by Stymack. It'll be carried out to center and down into the Moorhead zone by Prib now. Knocked away by Little. Strand flips it out to center. Handled by Halverson. Falls side. She's going to carry it down. Tries to center it up. Little will intercept and turn it over to the far or over to the near side wall. Out to center, Carter. Down into the Brainerd end will be Haxel. He's going to send it ahead. It'll go off LeBlanc skating into the Moorhead zone, cleared right back out by Little. LeBlanc steals it back, flips it in the Moorhead zone. Ekern's going to send it out. This one will get called back on icing. No, that one's playable by Haxel. Haxel along the far side wall to LeBlanc. She can't hang on to it. Ekern is going to send it the other direction. And that one will get called back on icing. 15:23 to go in the third period. Spuds trailing 4-1. Face-off is going to be just outside the Moorhead zone. We said down in. I don't quite understand that one. Ekern ahead to Lee. Lee gets laid out. Puck comes free. Wickoff drives the zone. He'll end up drives the slot, takes the shot, goes wide of the net. He'll end up back behind. Pinched up down in the corner. It'll be Lovejoy and Wickoff is going to be headed to the box. And I think that might actually be the Spuds' first power play of the day, or of the night. Wickoff called for tripping, 14:51, 2-minute Spuds power play. Face-off far side of the Brainerd zone will be Shirley and Anderson. Sent up to Retzer. Retzer shot, covered up by Ginter. Face-off again will be far side of the Brainerd zone. This time it's going to get taken away by Anderson, carried around back behind the net. Will come up to Little on the near side point. Little drives the center, takes the shot, kick save made. Backhand Hockett, kicked away by the Brainerd goalminder. LeBlanc is going to clear it out to center. Retzer. Cross ice to Little. Little looks to send it ahead, up to Hockett on the far side, who'll carry it in. Over to Shirley, back to Hockett. It'll be knocked away by Engelstead. Then out to center to Retzer. Retzer has it stolen away by Dobosensky, who drives it down in. Retzer is there to knock it away before she can get the shot off. Hockett clears. Washmuth steals it away from Strand, but drives the zone offside. 59 seconds to go on the Spud power play. Face-off far side of the neutral zone on the Moorhead end between Swenson and Glass. Will be taken down into the Moorhead zone by Washmuth. Centering pass, Glass knocked down by Ekren. Lee will have it and go the other direction. Lee Carter. It'll be taken back out to center by Glass. Glass into the Moorhead zone, has it poked away by Eckern. Eckern's going to be going to the box for tripping. So that will negate the Spuds power play. We'll have 29 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. And then Brainerd will be on the power play for 1:31. Face off far side of the Moorhead end between Swenson and Anderson. Swenson's going to win the draw. It'll come up to the point. It'll be sent down to the bottom of the slot where it'll be sent over to the far side wall by Lovejoy. Little ahead to Swenson. Swenson drives the zone near side. Centering pass, nobody home. Leas steps up just a half a second too late. It'll end up back out at center with Little. Little near side again, drives the zone, brings it right down the top of the slot. Puts a shot on Ginter. And Ginter will get it covered up. And so with that, the Spuds, or Brainerd will be back at full strength. And the Spuds will go to the penalty kill. Face-off will be near side of the Brainerd zone. Handled by Brainerd. Cleared out to center by Washmus. Cross ice is going to be ahead of Wyckoff. It'll end up back behind the Moorhead net with Little. Little up off the glass. Ref getting in the way. Or got in the way. Centering pass is going to be picked off by Shirley. Flipped ahead, shot, goes just wide of the net through the crease. It'll end up with Strand along the near, about midway up the wall. And then up to Retzer, and then be kicked out to center. Glass drives the Moorhead zone. Shot, and the goal. So that will be a power play goal for Brainerd. And that will put them up by 4. With 12:06 to go in the third. Faceoff is going to be won by Hawk, and it'll be knocked straight down into the far side corner of the Moorhead end. Eckert will send it along the wall. Lee picks it up, pushes her way past one, has it knocked away. It'll be brought around to the near side by Anderson. Anderson tries to center it up. It's going to be find its way out to center. Hawk will take it the other direction. He'll have it knocked off her stick just inside the Brainerd zone. Back behind the net. It'll be sent out about midway to Pribb now. Pribb down to Anderson. Anderson tries to drive the zone, or tries to drive the slot, puts a shot on between two Spuds, and Paulson will get it covered up. Face-off comes to the glove side of Paulson. Shirley, and I believe it was Glass. Yes, it was Glass. He'll get sent onto the near side wall, cleared out by Little. Shirley Little give chase all the way down in. Shirley tries to center it up. It'll get knocked away by Stymack. Handled by Little, carried into the top of the slot up to Strand, who's going to send it into the corner to Shirley. Shirley centers it up. Shot goes just wide. From Hockett, would be sent up to Retzer. Retzer twice for the shot. Wyckoff will get in front of it and send it back behind the net. Along the far side wall. Sent out through center behind Washmuth. She's going to end up with it down in the Moorhead zone. Retzer steps in, knocks it away and into the corner. Hockett will step in to help. Hockett's going to be able to steal it away on the far side, carried into the Brainerd zone. Off a skate, shot, Puck loose in the slot, cleared out the center. Lovejoy will have it. Lovejoy tries to send it ahead to Shirley. LeBlanc will step in the way and steal it away and steer it all the way down into the far side Moorhead corner. Centering pass from Pribnow will be stolen away by Moorhead. Akron will turn it out to center. Held up along the near side wall will be Haxel to Pribnow. We go all the way across ice. And Halverson will have it and drive the Moorhead zone. Shot blocked away by Paulson. It'll end up back behind the Moorhead net. Pribnow will pick it up, or Halverson will pick it up on the near side, take the shot that once again will get kicked away by Paulson. Anderson's going to send it down into the corner. Ekron. It'll end up with Halverson. Shot goes off of Lovejoy's leg. Lovejoy will steer it around back behind the net and on the near side wall. Carter's able to clear it. It floats nicely out into the neutral zone. Spuds go for the change. Dump back into the Moorhead zone, played by Ekron. Ekron is able to clear it out to Swenson at center. Ahead to Hockett. Swenson Hockett down into the Brainerd zone. Shot, save. Puck loose in the slot will be cleared out by Anderson, who's going to take it the other direction. She's going to bring it in on the near side with Little in her pocket and get the shot away on Paulson, who'll kick it away, and it'll end up back at center. Flipped into the Moorhead zone. Brainerd will be offside. Face off far side, just outside the Moorhead zone, between Shirley and Glass. Will be sent into the Moorhead end and turned right back out by Retzer. Hockett, far side, cross to Shirley. Shirley drops it off for Strand. Strand shot, glove save made by Ginter, and she's going to get it covered up. Face off near side, Brainerd zone. Will be steered over to Strand along the near side wall and stolen away by Brainerd. Washmuth going the other way, dumps it into the Moorhead zone. Little gives chase. She's going to come away with it. Little is able to clear it out to center to Hockett. Hockett touches it up. It's going to go all the way down into the far side corner where it'll be gathered up by Stymack. Stymack will take it back behind her own net. Hockett's going to come away with it. Tries for the side shot. That'll get kicked away and back behind the net. It'll end up with Little at the point. Knocked out to center by Washmuth. Ekron loses an edge. Puck will end up in the Moorhead zone. Glass takes a shot. Rebound is loose. Steered over to the far side by Shirley. Carried behind the Moorhead net. It'll be Glass looking to center it up. She'll have it knocked away along the near side wall by Shirley. Strand fights for it. Puck comes free down into the slot. Ekron will clear it out. Ekron along the far side wall. It's going to go all the way out. It's going to be playable, so no icing. Carried behind the Brainerd net and almost sent out to net, center. Shirley's going to be there to take it. Shirley is going to bang it home and cut this lead by one. So a 7:07, Spuds are only down by 3. 5-2. Swenson and Washmuth to face, or Swenson and Anderson. Swenson wins the draw, drops it back to Lovejoy. Lovejoy sends it ahead to Lee on the far side. Lee will have it knocked away as she drives the zone, back out to center to Ekron. Ekron over to Carter. Carter tries for the shot, knocked down. Puck comes free and out to center. All the way into the Moorhead zone along the near side wall. Lovejoy's going to come away with it. Back behind her own net. She's looking to send it ahead up to Swenson. Knocked back the other direction by Stymack. Will end up in the far side corners. Brainerd tries to center it up. It'll be cleared out by Carter over to the near side wall. Engelstead shot. Blocked by Ekron. Swenson in the far side. Sends it across to Hockett, who can't quite get a handle on it. It'll end up with Engelstad, and then get pinched up along the near side wall. Glass, Hockett, Lovejoy, and Strand all fight for it. It's going to end up in the Moorhead or Brainerd zone. Swenson shot from the point is going to get kicked away by Ginter. Washmuth tries to clear. It'll be sent back in by Lovejoy. Shot put on Ginter is going to get swallowed up and gloved. Face-off is going to come to the near side of the Brainerd zone. Shirley and Glass. Puck will get steered over into the near side corner. Centering pass, Shirley knocked away from Hockett by Halverson. Brainerd's going to take it the other direction. Washmuth down in the corner. Puck will come free. Retzer sends it along to the far side wall. Hockett tries to pick it up. It's going to get turned back the other direction. Washmuth will send it back behind the net again. Ekron up and off the glass. That one's going to slide out to center. Brainerd will have to reset. Hockett steps up, knocks it away. Down into the Brainerd zone. Far side. Centers it up to Shirley. Shirley shot. Goes just wide of the net. It'll end up in the near side corner. Carter steps up to get it. Up to Shirley. Shirley tries for the shot. Wickoff gets in front of it. To be held up along the far side boards. Hockett comes away with it to Shirley. Shirley shot. Glove save made by Ginter. Face-off will go to the far side of the Brainerd end. 4:32 to go. Spuds are down 5-2. Swenson, Carter, Lee up front. Lovejoy, Ekron back. Swenson to center it up against Anderson. And Brainerd is going to take their timeout. .432 to go in this game. Spuds trail by 3, 5-2. Face-off will be the far side of the Warrior zone. Shirley and Glass up to Ekron. Ekron shot. Puck loose in the slot. Ginter can't get a cover on it, but it'll be cleared out, sent down into the Moorhead zone by Wyckoff. Washmuth tries to center it up. It'll end up right out in front of Paulson, and that one is going to find its way home. (6-2) Warrior lead, 4:09 to go. Face-off at center will be between Anderson and Swenson. Swenson wins the draw. It'll be handled by Pribb now in front of Carter. Sent down into the Moorhead end. Little along the near side. Haxel Lee. It's going to get turned out to center and stolen away by Anderson. Little will steer her over into the corner. Little Anderson. Lee and Pribb now. Puck finally comes free. Flipped down in by Brainerd. Swenson tries to clear. Will be held in by Pribb now. Sent out to center ice by Carter. Retzer back out to center. Haxall near side. Brings it in, looks for the shot, takes the shot, goes high over the net. Retzer goes after it on the far side wall. It'll be cleared out to center. Sent all the way down into the Moorhead or into the Brainerd zone, and it'll get called back on icing. Face off far side of the Moorhead end. It's going to be controlled by the Spuds. Ekron ahead to Shirley, knocked away by Wyckoff. Up to Hockett. Hockett to Strand to Shirley, who dumps it into the zone, into the corner. He picked it back behind her own net by Engelstad, stolen away by Strand. Puck comes free along the far side. It'll be picked up by Wyckoff, who carries it out through center. Shirley is able to poke it away. Ekron right back out to center. Crossover to Steinmack. Steinmack tries to send it into the Moorhead end. It'll be intercepted by Shirley. Shirley carries it in. Shot goes just wide and into the corner. It'll be sent right back out by Washmuth. And that one will go all the way down to the other end and get called back on icing. 2-minute warning. Oh, wait, that's football. Exactly 2 minutes to go here in the third. Face-off will be near side. Swenson and Anderson, I believe. Puck will be sent up to Little at the point. Her slap shot is going to be blocked down in traffic. It'll be kicked out to center. Little will hand up, carries it down. Shot from the top of the slot goes just wide of the net. Stripped by Carter. Carter centers it up. Swenson shot, knocked down in traffic. Carter will have it along the far side wall, or along the near side wall. Again to Swenson. Swenson shot, goes just wide. Lee will pick it up back behind the net. It'll get sent over onto the far side wall and cleared out to center. Handled by Anderson, dumped into the Moorhead zone. Little will go get it behind her own net and send it up the near side or up the far side wall. Swenson clears it out. Hockett can't control. Dobensensky. Retzer, far side. Shot goes high over the net and into the corner. It'll be picked up there by Swenson along about midway up the near side wall. Knocked out to center. It's going to go all the way down into the Moorhead zone. Little Lavender in the near side corner. Sent along across to the far side. Backhand by Glass down in front of the net. It'll be intercepted by Little and taken all the way down in behind the net. She looks to wrap it around. Has it knocked away. 20-19-18. Flipped out to center with Akron. Akron ahead to Strand. Strand enters his own far side shot. Glove save made by Ginter. They're going to let 2 seconds run off before they stopped it. But we're going to get one more face-off in the 6-on-5 empty net run with 5.6 seconds to go in the game. Face-off is going to be won by the Spuds. It'll be handled by Brainerd. And that is going to do it. So after a victorious day yesterday, the Brainerd or the Moorhead, it's been a long weekend. So after a victorious day yesterday, your Spuds are going to fall twice on Sunday. We'll be back in action next weekend at the Fargo International. I am not sure. What time is it? 8:15 Friday night. And if you're like me and you can't remember that, make sure you hit that subscribe and notification button so you'll be notified when we go live. So from the Moorhead Sports Center, Moorhead, Minnesota, we're going to pack it up and get out of here. For my camera operator, Lisa Swenson, Twitter master, Lexi Fish, I'm Seth. This has been a production of Krabby Toad Studios. We'll see you next Friday.